This is Football Talks, and this is your transfer update with all the big hitters in the Premier League and your up-to-date news around everything going on right now, the 19th of May. It is hotting up before the window has even opened, and Liverpool are leading the way when it comes to big news. We'll get to Florian Wirtz in a minute and who is actually in for him alongside Liverpool. That would be a major coup, by the way. But let's get into everything else, which is pretty much a definite, and it's back with Liverpool again, who are leading the way with everybody in the Premier League right now. Already looking likely that they're going to get a big announcement, a full official Jeremy Frimpong is a Liverpool player in the next day. That's how quickly that one has moved along. What a signing for Liverpool that is. When you win the league, when you look impressive on the pitch, and when you're absolutely smashing it like Liverpool have this season, it's easy to make transfers, it seems. And it gives the club and the structure plenty of time, while everything's going right on the pitch, to organise for the inevitable end of season carnage, which Liverpool are in and amongst, but signings like Frimpong will definitely stem the flow of negativity towards, say, a Trent Alexander-Arnold situation. Two more games for Liverpool to survive, and the let's say onslaught of hatred towards their former player, because he's a former player, because he's heading, here we go, bound to Real Madrid, as we know. But Frimpong coming in will definitely, let's just say, lower that sort of negative vibe around Liverpool. And I'm sure a quality player like that, who has absolutely destroyed it for Bayer Leverkusen under Xabi Alonso, former Liverpool player, did he have anything in pushing Frimpong to Liverpool? Well, he's going to Real Madrid. I mean, to be honest, I don't think Alonso's too concerned about what's happening at Liverpool, the amount of work that Real Madrid are getting through now. Getting on with that in a moment. But Frimpong in, signing done and dusted, finalised. What about Milos Kerkez, though? Romano has now updated us saying that Kerkez is in advanced talks. Liverpool are in advanced talks with Kerkez and Bournemouth over personal terms and a fee for the player. Not wasting any time whatsoever in getting everything done and out of the way. This is so good to see. Like, the transfer window this summer is going to be an absolute bonanza. It's going to be crazy. But Kerkez now is definitely following Howson out of the door at Bournemouth. He has obviously agreed terms and has been officially announced as a Real Madrid player now. And now Kerkez is following suit. A lot of work for that brilliant recruitment team at Bournemouth to get through this summer as well, in replacing players that are obviously leaving Bournemouth. But Kerkez, I think we all seen him moving on eventually. It was going to be one of the big clubs. Obviously in January they weren't keen on selling Kerkez because they had no replacements lined up, but going into the summer, now Bournemouth cannot get European football after Crystal Palace's miraculous win. Well, let's just say well-deserved FA Cup win at the weekend over City, taking the last Europa League spot. Now Bournemouth cannot make European football, and Kerkez is going to move on to bigger and better things. And it looks like Liverpool are already well into negotiations in getting this deal done. And Kerkez is going to be another signing for Arne Slot. Let's just finish up on Liverpool quickly with the Florian Wirtz chase. Romano and other football experts have said that this is an open race between Florian Wirtz staying at Bayer Leverkusen another year, Bayern Munich doing the usual in taking the best German talent out there from all of their competitors and walking the Bundesliga, Manchester City coming in and looking for a replacement for Kevin De Bruyne, or the champions of England, Liverpool, really stamping their authority on the transfer market after spending diddly squat last summer and absolutely blowing everyone out of the water. Now, Liverpool have never been able, when winning the Premier League in the two times they've done it, they've never been able to mount a sustained defence of the Premier League title. Now that they have won it, are Liverpool making significant moves in the transfer window to defend their title is what we're looking at here. I think that's the obvious, really. After spending nothing and winning the league, and now having all of that money available to spend under the PSR regulations, Liverpool are going to town. Are they going to spend 120 million plus in what it's going to cost to get Wirtz over the line? Again, you have got that connection between Alonso. Now, Real Madrid are not going to go in for Wirtz. I don't see them coming in. Now, Alonso would obviously love to take him with him to Real Madrid, but let's be clear and let's be honest. Alonso is not short on talent when he moves to Real Madrid, is he? And there is an abundance of forward options there for him lined up already. So, no need for that. But where is the next... let's just say, where's the least problematic move for Alonso pushing Wirtz out the door. Let's just call it that. Let's just say, where would he push Alonso? Where would Alonso push Florian Wirtz if he wanted to get him away from any competitors in La Liga? Yeah, well, I think Liverpool obviously is going to help them out. Obviously, they're going to be challenges in the Champions League against the likes of Madrid and everybody else in Europe next season. But still, like, I think there is a big push there, and clearly seeing the likes of Frimpong move already, and now maybe Wirtz going that way. Does Alonso have any say in what's actually happening right now? Has he advised these players in any way? Look, Wirtz is nowhere near signed, sealed and delivered with any club at the moment. He has a few options on the table, which could even be staying at Leverkusen another year, which might help other clubs come in and bid lower next season with another year gone on his contract. But with it being a big contract for Wirtz anyway, I don't think it's going to really matter. It's all about who wants him the most and who's got enough money this year. Maybe the Club World Cup teams can afford him. Maybe it is going to be Liverpool, who didn't spend a lot last summer and have got loads of money to spend right now. You're looking at the moment in terms of Liverpool, they're already up to nearly 70 million plus with the signings of Kerkez and obviously Frimpong and what Kerkez is going to cost. Florian Wirtz on top of that would push Liverpool up to 200 million already this summer if they manage to get that deal done, and probably room for more if they wanted to. So let's see how that develops with Wirtz. Obviously, we know that Manchester City are all too willing to spend their money on him and replace Kevin De Bruyne. Pep Guardiola has been reported as confident in the past about making this signing happen, speaking to Florian Wirtz's parents, in fact, as well. Obviously, Bayern Munich, we just have to add Bayern Munich into every single German club selling a big player, especially when he's German. Look at Jonathan Tah, obviously, again, moving across to Bayern Munich. It happens all of the time. Let's see if Florian Wirtz is a different type of player and actually moves out of the Bundesliga. Not many do, but let's see if Wirtz is that player that is going to come across. Moving into Manchester United's factor on Alvaro Fernandez, it is now very, very close to an agreement in place for Alvaro for a 6-year contract at Real Madrid. It's nothing to do with the Premier League at all, except Manchester United will fetch a hefty sell-on fee. 50%, 40 to 50% is the rumoured fee that United have in any sell-on for Alvaro Fernandez, and 50 million euros worth is quite substantial, especially when Manchester United are looking to spend so much and rebuild the football team under Ruben Amorim this season. So Alvaro Fernandez is very, very close to the exit door of Benfica and heading to Real Madrid. That looks rubber-stamped and nailed on. Going there with the likes of Howson, with Trent Alexander-Arnold and now Alvaro on the other side. It looks like Alonso is strengthening his defence right now over there in Madrid. The race for Victor Gyökeres is hotting up, as we know. We know after this week, after Wednesday, when all of the major competitions are out of the way, we will get a definite on where Gyökeres is going. It is Premier League bound. It does look like at the moment it is United or Arsenal who are going to get the signature. Arsenal holding out just in case Isaac can go to them. He's their top target. United have to beat Spurs in the Europa League final to be in with a chance of getting Gyökeres because of his wanting to play in the Champions League next season. That is where we're at with that deal as well. And really, if the only other thing that we've got to report significant-wise is something we've said before on Football Talks is, again, going back to Florian Wirtz, Manchester City have a deal in place, or feel like they can get Dani Olmo from Barcelona if, of course, Wirtz doesn't go to them. Now, we've spoken about Olmo being a target for Manchester City. It is only, apparently, according to reports, if they don't get Florian Wirtz over the line. So Wirtz has got a big say on a few different transfers happening right now. And of course, obviously, it will keep you up to date with everything that is going on. But they're your big hitting headlines so far on the 19th of May here on Football Talks. All of the Premier League teams seem to be ready to go very, very early this transfer window. This could be a record window. And I mean in terms of the amount of players leaving clubs and the amount of money spent. Let me know in the comment section what you think about all of them transfers. Can you see all of them happening now? They all look like they could actually happen in the next few weeks. It is going to be the biggest transfer window in history. I guarantee it. Get your comments in below. Give this video a like if you're loving the content. And of course, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well for Football Talks. I'll see you in the next update, everybody.